my name is Amy. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to get dressed as Tinkerbell and show you how the whole costume comes together. At the end of the video, we will talk about some things that I would change or do differently and some things that probably need to be fixed before I actually wear the costume, wings being one. So with that, let's get dressed. Lovely wig cap, nice and sexy. I have my shift and my stays on. I put those on before I started filming because I need help getting into my stays because my arms aren't flexible enough. The next layer is the bum pad. And I will link all of the videos that go along with this Tinkerbell build in the comments. The bum pad has a video and it's there to give some support to the back of the skirts. And I probably should have used a smaller tie on the bum pad, but I'm not fussed enough to want to fix it. So bum pad's on. Normally in the 18th century, a woman would wear an under petticoat over her shift, but under her stays. And I'm not doing that today because the under petticoat I have is way too long for Tinkerbell. I will be making one to go under Tinkerbell, but for now we're just gonna pretend one is there. This was made using the same methods that you use for most 18th century petticoats. It has a box pleat in front and then knife pleats towards the back, and then knife pleats along the back that meet in an inverted box pleat in the center back. I kind of tie these in different places so that I don't end up with one big lump all over the place. And lap the front over the back. And then once this is tied, I will tuck these strings down inside the petticoat. There we go. You have the nice silhouette here. Tinkerbell shoes are right here. I am not putting them on because, as I discussed in the video about making them, they are way too small. This is the first leafy petticoat, and this petticoat was made by making 6 leaf-shaped cuts out of the silk, sewing them together along the top in a top front and top back, and then pleating the tops. And that allowed me to have this kind of jagged leafy shape. I did not put pockets on today, but both of these petticoats have pocket slits in them so that if I were to wear this to a convention or some other get-together, that I could have pockets in here for my belongings. And now we will put on the gown. So this gown was made using the JP Robot Glaze pattern, and we're gonna see if I can get it on myself. I made the bodice directly from the pattern, and then I made the skirt in a similar method to how I made the green petticoat. after that the gown is on. And if you notice, I have the nice late 18th century big bum showing here. And now let's try to put on the wings. The reason I said try to put on the wings is that these slip down between my gown and my stays. And I haven't actually ever put them on myself. I always had a helper to do it. So I'm not positive I can get them on myself. I just slide some between the gown and my stays. You're recording. I am recording. So. Thank you. I need it.
Your stays are showing.
No. Oh, yeah. That's one of the problems with the talk about later. Now that I've had some help, I have the wings on, and the last thing to put on is the wig. Oops. And see, you can see why the wings are not good. Last thing to put on is the shoes. And with that, Tinkerbell is complete. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have enjoyed watching the process of me making Tinkerbell as much as I have enjoyed making and wearing her. So there are a few things that I need to talk about that I will change for next time. The first thing I talked about in the wing video is the wings. As you see, they tip forward. They don't stay out away from my back, and they are not very secure on the frame that I built for them. So I need to fortify that a little bit and make them so that they're positioned better. The next piece that needs fixed are the shoes. Once again, I talked about this in the shoes video. I'm not sure if it was the amount of glue I used or that just made the shoes too stiff, or if the glue shrank the leather a little bit, but they've become so rigid that they won't stretch and fit my feet, so they're extremely uncomfortable. Just the amount of time I wore them in this video was almost excruciating. So I will be remaking those shoes, and I will be ordering probably a size larger or a size and a half larger shoe before I do that next time, just to make sure that I have plenty of wiggle room in the shoe once the glue is on. Both of the petticoats turned out just fine. The only thing I think I would change on the cream colored petticoat would be to make it about 6 inches shorter so that it was about the same length as the leafy petticoat. Right now it's just a little bit longer than I want it. And since I had to piece that petticoat, I will probably just cut it off where I had to piece it and hem it and re-add the ruffle, and that will eliminate that problem. The green petticoat, the leafy petticoat that goes over it, is absolutely perfect. There is nothing wrong with it, and I don't feel like I need to make any changes to it at all. The gown, however, when I made the gown, it fit my dress form perfectly, and I didn't think about my dress form having a shorter waist than I did. I was just excited that it fit. But I forgot to add trunk length to the pattern. So if you noticed while I was doing the getting dressed, it's too short, and my stays show underneath. My petticoats sit in the right position, but that leaves a good inch or two of stays poking out at the opening of the gown. So I need to at least remake the bodice portion of the gown and add 2 to 3 inches for the trunk length like I normally would. And let's see if I can show you that right now. So as soon as I raise my arms, see I get this gap right here. It's probably only about an inch gap, but in order to prevent that, I feel like I'm going to need to add at least 2 inches to the bodice. With most bodices, I normally add 2.5 to 3 inches, so that's not an unusual number. Then we have the wig. I'm not good at styling wigs, but it works. The only thing I'm missing is Tinkerbell's wand, and I just haven't gotten that made yet, but before I ever wear this to a convention or to anywhere, I will be making the wand to go along with her. With that, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe. If you hit the little bell, YouTube will let you know every time I upload a video. And if you would like to support my channel further, I do have a Ko-fi account and it is linked down below. Thanks for watching.